Here we are at Bubby's Bistro on July 10th, 2013, and we're interviewing Mr. Tad Stern, who is, by coincidence, married to the... Bubby.
Married to Bubby, and Bubby's helper.
Yeah, Bubby's helper. So Mr. Bubby, as I call him. And
Bubby's
we're going to... First question I want to ask him is...
First of all, I just want to introduce myself.
Okay.
My name is Liz. Liz, what's my name? Oh, wait a minute. Okay.
Yeah.
Tad. So it's two of you.
And is Tad long for T?
Tad is just...
Or short for something else?
Because my mother didn't want me to have a problem spelling my name when I was a kid. So she wanted to give me something simple.
So she named you Ted, but somehow you misspelled it.
She was always looking out for my welfare.
I see. All right. So I think my first question that I want to ask you, since I don't really have a script in front of me, is
the answer is yes.
No, it's not a yes or no question. It's when did you first realize that you weren't qualified to do anything else in your life?
I realized it when I married my wife, and I saw how qualified and good she was at everything, and I realized, I'm so unqualified, why should I even bother trying?
All right.
Why should I try and fail when I could just sit back and let other people do?
Okay, and you guys have been here a couple of years now.
But actually, July 17th will be our second year anniversary, the start of our third year.
Okay. So, thank God, Baruch Hashem. Oh, wow. Thank God, Baruch Hashem, I've been coming to this store periodically, and I've noticed that business is really good. So I wanted to ask you, in spite of the fact that you do everything in the world to discourage business, to what do you attribute to the fact that business just continues to flourish? Bubby.
People love Bubby.
Once
they
again,
love the food. It's
all fingers.
All about Bubby.
It's all about Bubby, and all fingers point to Bubby.
Because as our chef can tell you, we don't have ketchup bottles, we don't have toothpicks, we don't have ice, and we don't have high chairs.
Now, am I correct that you have an awning outside, a beautiful red awning? Let me point the camera on it, which is on Ventnor Avenue, and which probably thousands of people drive by every day. And although this is a pizza shop, it does not mention that you sell pizza. Do you think that is one of the reasons why you're so successful?
Probably, but I'm shocked and surprised that it doesn't say pizza up there somewhere.
All right. So once again,
you go out and take a look.
Right. You haven't realized that yet in the years that you've been here.
Thank you for bringing that to my attention after 2 years.
Okay.
That's what friends are for.
Okay. Now, I pointed out to you earlier that it's almost impossible to get into the store because the doorknob is jammed and people actually just can't open the door. Is that another way that you encourage people to visit elsewhere?
No. Actually, it's working in reverse because it should be easier to
Let me just put you on hold a second. These two people, I think, were you the ones that couldn't come in here because the door was jammed?
We had a little trouble, but we got a friendly...
We finally got in.
We got a friendly smile from...
Got a friendly smile. So here's proof that even though it's difficult and sometimes impossible to come in, for some reason God sees to it that they do wind up in here.
See, actually, that was a mistake. They should have been easier to get in. Usually people can get in. It's when they try to leave that's difficult.
Okay.
We try to prevent them from leaving.
Now,
so we want them to stay and order more food.
All right. Now, let's focus a little bit more on you and not on Bubby.
This is all I've lived, by the way, Liz.
Yeah.
Mendy does not have a script.
Okay. Now, we did notice, or at least I noticed, that earlier, that you were able to actually punch the buttons on the cash register. Where did you get that training, and how were you able to distinguish between like $2.50 and $3.25? How are you mastered it? I've noticed that.
Well, it's very difficult. There is a manual. However, I'm not very good at reading manuals because I have a 7-second attention span. So basically, if it's not menu driven, it's very difficult. I lose interest in something. I did glance ahead an easy start thing, so you didn't have to read the whole manual. I was able to get through half of that, And luckily, the half that I got through explained how to push the buttons.
Okay, well said, because I'm zooming in on your face, and as anybody can see, there isn't a sweat bead on your forehead.
Well, if you look, my hair's moving, because I'm sitting right in front of a fan,
but in all the years I've come in here, you know, I see all the other employees like working up a sweat, and you seem to remain calm and collected. Do you attribute that to maybe some little round pills that you're accustomed to taking?
No, I attribute that to, it's just like the owner of McDonald's. I think his name is Ronald McDonald.
Right.
You never see him sweating. He doesn't go in, he goes, he stops someplace to place. Some people think he's a big clown, but he goes and he takes care of what he has to.
Right. 1 second, just 1 second. I'm just very proud to, just for a moment, that was actually Bubby's, a rare view. She makes a rare appearance on camera.
She hides.
And as you can see, she was feverishly working, and of course, dressed appropriately and gloves in her hand. Whatever she's doing back there, she does it well.
I mean, I do have I used to have one other talent that may be very valuable here.
Yeah, what's that?
Eating. I like to eat.
You like to eat?
Yeah, when I was able to open my mouth and actually eat large quantities of food.
Now, we're all gratified that we know you underwent a little trauma several months ago, where basically,
Baruch Hashem, I'm doing it
well, and it has curtailed the aperture of your mouth when you eat. So
it's curtailed one of my few functions here of eating large quantities of food.
But we do see also
I have lost 12 pounds.
He's lost 12 pounds, but Baruch Hashem, it has not affected your mouth from blubbering and continuing to dispense